We are live at Carlos Garza Sports Complex in Texas City. Playoff football, you can feel the atmosphere as the Galveston County Monarchs take on the Texas Broncos. Brandon Williams, Mike Lockwood here with you. It is the number one defense in the Monarchs taking on the number one offense in the Broncos. And in a game like this, when you've got great weather and a light wind, something's got to give. You can't make the excuses.
That's
but
right.
We are ready to go.
That's right, Brandon. Both of them are 9-1. Second round of the playoffs. No more tomorrow. Whoever loses tonight goes home and watches the winner move on to the third round. I tell you, Brandon, you're right. And nothing better than an atmosphere like this here. It's a beautiful night. Last weekend, the Monarchs was in the Mud Bowl down there in Galveston. Came out victorious, and here they meet this team out of Houston. And here we go.
High kick's going to be fielded by Thaddeus Hill and around the 9-yard line. He's got the 20, 25, 30, cuts it back, lost his feet as he was down at around the 28-yard line. Now, Mike, these two teams are certainly familiar with each other. They played earlier in the season, and it was indeed a slugfest. 14-6 final.
Yeah, slugfest physically as well, Brandon.
Yes.
Not so much on the scoreboard, but understand there's a little bit more security here tonight. Let's hope the tempers don't flare beyond that. But that was one of the blemishes on this season here. These teams let their emotions get the better of them earlier this year.
We talked with Everett Jolivet before the game, and he made it abundantly clear you leave the nonsense in the car.
That's right.
Because this means too much for something silly to happen and cost the championship.
That's right. Once you put those pads on, it's all business. Leave the personal stuff at home.
Rodney Artmore is your quarterback, and he's got Sean Wells in the backfield with him. I'm waiting to see what the reasoning is for the officials slowing things down. But, there we go. It's the chain gang.
That would help.
Yeah, young men had a bit of an issue.
Here we go. I think they were still wondering if the game had started yet. No,
exactly.
Not really.
There you go. But we have now got a chain gang, and we can get this puppy underway. 1st and 10, ball spotted at the 28-yard line. As usual, you have the Monarchs in a 4 wide receiver set with Artmore at quarterback. Sean Wells is the running back, number 2. He'll move over to the far side of Artmore. And it'll be a snap, and it'll be a handoff to Wells, and Wells turns the corner to around the 35-yard line. Good hard run by Sean Wells. Tackle made by number 13, Calvin Johnson.
Good hold by that left side of that Monarchs line there. He saw it. You and I could have run through that hole. If that's a good start to things to come, might be a good night for that running game.
Got to remember Sean Wells and his contributions in the championship run last year, especially that title game where he just put it on his back and went over 100 yards in the title win.
He was the man.
Gain of 7 will make it 2nd down and 3 at the 35-yard line. Second play of the game. So we are underway here in Texas City. Artmore waits the snap. And a bit of an exchange problem, but Artmore will try to turn the corner, spins off a couple of tackles before he's finally stopped at around the 37-yard line. Bit of confusion between he and Wells. He got the ball, tried to turn the corner, but number 19, I have a number on him, but number 25, Johnny Daniels, was there on the stop.
Artmore is not your typical quarterback that takes a hit and goes down. If you notice that second and third effort, of course, when the playoffs come, these guys take it to the next level.
And it is going to be enough for a first down. So that second and third effort was enough to get the ball past the chain, and it's a first down for the Monarchs at the 38-yard line. Again, a 4 wide set, trips to the far side, and it's Artmore back, has pressure, steps up, throws, ball is caught, and it's Harper to the 45, to the 40, still going before he's dragged down at around the 37-yard line. The veteran Terrell Harper with the catch, and a great move to shake the defender and got the yards after the catch. A nice catch and run will put it 1st and 10, spotted at the 37-yard line.
Yeah, took the high catch, ducked down, the defender went over the top of him. He muscled his way forward. Great gain after the catch.
Gain of 25 on that play. 1st and 10 for the Monarchs. And if you can get those receivers active, especially Harper.
Yeah, it'll loosen up that defense.
Yes. You know that they're going to be locked in on trying to slow down Hill, and Hill is in a slot to the far side on a 1st and 10. Artmore back, steps up, evades the rush, has room, 35, 30, still cuts back, first down and a little bit more, and look at those legs churn. Rodney Artmore down to the 25-yard line, and the veteran quarterback saw the hole, took advantage of it, and moves the chains for another gain of 12. And right now, this Monarchs offense playing with a ton of confidence compared to the first time these two teams met.
Also, the veteran quarterback, Artmore Brand, if you notice, he did that second pump fake. He froze the linebacker to where he didn't come up on him and take him on for the run, but is able to pick up an extra 3 or 4 yards with that second pump.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line. 11:51 to go first quarter. Opening drive, and the Monarchs are marching near the red zone of the Broncos. Movement could be a potential free play. Artmore back, steps up, throws, goes long, looking downfield. That ball is going to be intercepted. Intercepted by number 8, Joseph Butler III. Thought that would be a free play as the lineman for the Broncos jumped. Apparently the officials let that slide, obviously.
Yeah, that's didn't see any flags or anything go up, but I think Artmore kind of thought the same, Brandon.
Yes. Threw it into tight coverage, and Butler comes down with the interception. We'll see where they spot the ball. They spot it pretty deep, and they spot it about as deep as you can get at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, he fell into the end zone, I do believe.
Now they're spotting him at the 1.
Oh, at the 1. Okay,
yes.
Yeah, if he fell in the end zone, it'd be out to the 20. I'm sorry.
Artmore threw that ball into a bit of a breeze. It's been a very Texas-like day today here in early June.
It's coming in from the southeast. You're right, coming across our bow.
So first down and 10 coming up for the Texas Broncos. Their opening drive, and they are pinned as deep as you can get at the 1-yard line.
Woo, look at the size of that center.
He is a house. We will tell you about him in a second.
Woo!
Derek Williams is your quarterback, number 10.
If you can see him behind the center.
Exactly. Quick hitter to receiver, and that is Spencer Herron Jr., and Herron should have enough for a first down. My word, number 54.
I'll zoom in on him right there.
Don't have his name.
Wide load.
Yes. And that is a big line you're looking at, because not only do you have him, you've got big number 69, you've got number 74, do have a name on him, Eric Smith, and number 70, Kendrick Brown.
We'll get some of the names on that defense here in a bit for the Monarchs.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line. Williams back, steps up, throws, goes long, throws a wobbler. The ball's going to be downfield, and it's going to be caught. Reception made by number 6, Jamarco Johnson, and the ball stretched over the outstretched hands of Darian Batiste. Stoppage at play, but it's a big gain that gets the Broncos out of the shadows up their goalpost.
Yeah, 2 plays, and bang, they're down to the 45-yard line.
Take a look at some of those faces for your defending champion Monarchs. Number 72, Miguel Rodriguez, is in the game now. Number 40, Brian Lewis. Number 22, Raydon Alexander. And number 56, one of your veterans there, Adrian Journet, on that front line. Linebackers, number 89, Terrence Blaine, talked to me earlier today and said, I want some film. I'm getting some looks. Need to get together and get some film.
All right.
First and 10, we'll get the rest of those guys in a moment, but it's a first and 10 for the Broncos at the 45-yard line. 9:45 and counting first quarter. Williams back, steps up, throws over the middle. Ball's going to be caught. Reception is made again by number 0, Herron. Tackle made by number 1, Joseph McDonald.
Well, one thing we can tell is this team is a very good up-tempo team with picks up yardage in chunks. We got a holding call.
We got a holding call. Yep, high tempo, but it can be deterred by holding, so push that play back. Would have been about a yard short of a first down, but a holding call is going to push them back to the 35-yard line, so it'll be a first down and 20. Take a look at those corners for your Monarchs. Number 11, Rodney Billingsley. Number 12, Marcus Nelson. As we mentioned, Joseph McDonald, one of your safeties. Also, Sean Wells back there with him. We'll take a look at the other linebackers. Number 45 for the Monarchs, is going to be James Dean and number 42 Tawan Bledsoe. So there is your starting lineup for the Monarchs. You see another personnel change as Glenn Wise, number 99, comes rolling in.
Have another, we got a false start. Another 5-yard penalty there.
5-yard penalty pushes them back. So first down and 25. That is one way to slow down an up-tempo offense. First and 25, I think that Monarchs front seven is going to force Williams to pin his ears back. But again, you look at the size of that offensive line, that could be a challenge as this game goes on. Talking
to the players before the game, talking about bringing the A game. Well, tonight he's definitely going to have to bring their A game defensively for sure.
Tailback goes into motion. Williams is now by himself as he drops back. Steps up, has pressure, goes downfield, looking. Ball deflected. Rodney Billingsley there on the play.
Perfect.
Timed it perfectly just as it came down. Billingsley with the deflection. Pass intended for Heron, so it's second down.
And that ball was well thrown, too.
It was a very well thrown ball. You also felt some rush over from the far sides. You had Wise and Journay starting to barrel in over there. They've got the size, but the Monarchs certainly would have the quickness edge when it comes to facing that offensive line. Second down and 25. Spot the ball at the 30-yard line. 8:31 to go first quarter. Scoreless here in Texas City. Winners advancing next week. The losers got a long time to ponder about what if. Trips formation. To the far side, Williams back, has pressure, tries to evade it, still scrambling, still looking, scrambling, looking, steps up, throws downfield. That ball's going to be incomplete. Williams was running for dear life as he had as many as 5 Monarchs at one point in time pursuing him. But Williams, using that foot speed, threw it away. Not sure. He was looking for Heron, but you also had number 6, Jamarco Johnson, out there in the vicinity as well. Nonetheless, it's a third down and 25 coming up. Seeing some personnel changes. Jonathan Lopez will come in for the Monarchs, number 52. Also, number 30, Christopher Vareca.
Well, one thing with a mobile quarterback like that, Brandon, your defense is going to have to be in very good shape because they're going to make he's going to make that defense run a lot longer when you're mobile like that. You know, on a hot, humid Saturday night like this, it certainly will be a factor. Third and 25. Williams has 2 backs in the backfield with him. So it'll be a draw play that's not going to get much of anything. That was a gimme play there. That was just a play you're just conceding, hoping you could get something out of it, but you did not. Number 22, Brenton McCoy, was swallowed whole. Vareca, Blaine in there. So a opening salvo by the Broncos got them to the 45-yard line just like that, but penalties and a stiffening up the defense forces the stoppage, and looks like we are going to have a timeout. Yeah, you had good defense over here by one of the corners for the Monarchs. Yeah, that pretty well stalled that drive. Billingsley with the great play on that first and 25, because it was man-to-man coverage, and had he not made that play, you're looking at 7-0. That's right. So back deep for the Monarchs is Hill. He's standing around his own 28-yard line. Got a good stiff breeze, but it's really not going into the face of the punter, though. Number 35, Roman Muse, is your punter. So he is looking to direct traffic. Clock stopped at 7:07. We'll restart it again. Yep. High snap. Muse gets it off. Bit of a wobbler. That's going to get a bit of a bounce for a heel that he is going to take it around the 25-yard line. Tries to cut back. He will be stopped. Good, solid hit by number 51 for the Broncos, and that is going to be Brandon Edwards. So not much on the return for Hill. So the second drive of the evening for the Monarchs is going to start
at around the 26-yard line with 6 minutes and 48 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Monarchs offense with a little bit better mixture of run and pass on that first drive. The Broncos primarily 90% passing in their first possession. Let's see if this Broncos is going to want to try to wear down that defense with more of the running game.
Did not see Hill.
The Monarchs, sorry.
Did not see Hill touch the ball in the opening drive. Got to figure that will change at some point.
Agreed.
Wells is in the backfield with Dartmoor as you've got Hill lined up to a slot on the far side. 3 wide set. Handoff is going to be to Wells. Cuts it back. Gets to the 30. Jermaine to the 32-yard line, and they're saying the ball popped loose. A scramble for the ball. And still waiting to see the indication. And they're going to say Broncos football.
Popped out as he got hit.
Yes. Ball popped out of Wells' hands, and number 19 for the Broncos. Again, don't have a name on him, but he recovers the football. And it is a 1st and 10 for the Broncos inside the territory of the Monarchs. 2 turnovers on both drives. You have got to erase the mistakes immediately. You can't let a team, especially a team with the offensive capability like the Broncos, get free opportunities.
That's true, particularly this deep inside of the Monarchs territory.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Williams is your quarterback. He will get the handoff, and it's going to be the far side. Nice run.
Running behind some of that beef on that side of that line. He
did. Dondrick Washington, your ball carrier, number 34, and he is going to get the ball inside the 30. Good, tough run for 3. We'll make it 2nd down and 7. More than halfway through the first quarter, and it's been an error-prone offense for the Monarchs thus far. 2 drives, 2 turnovers. Defense looking to keep the Broncos off the board here on a 2nd and 7 at the 29. Williams drops back, steps, has time, looking, downfield, throws a dart. That ball is going to be incomplete. Pass was intended for number 3, Jamal Johnson. That ball just sailed out of the end zone. Good coverage there again by Billingsley.
Yeah, but what concerns me is the quarterback had all day to take his 1st, 2nd, and 3rd looks for a receiver on that. The Monarchs going to have to get a lot more pressure on him, or it's going to be a long day.
May have to resort to some blitzing. It's been more just letting that front 4 challenge that offensive line, but you might have to get a bit creative in order to get him uncomfortable, because a guy like that, a dual threat quarterback like Williams, can certainly take advantage of it. 3rd down and 7. Ball at the 30-yard line. Ball officially at the 29. We'll spread it out. 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side. Williams, low snap, drops back, has pressure, avoids one man, steps up, throws, flag is down.
I was going to say,
that's going to be incomplete.
That was holding.
That was a classic case of holding. Was looking for Joseph Butler. Pressure looking for Reginald Fontenot, number 9. And that is going to be a hold that is going to push them back 10 yards. So each offense doing a good job of self-destructing on themselves.
Yeah, the Monarchs with turnovers and the Broncos with penalties.
Their 3rd penalty offensively thus far.
Yeah, one of the Monarchs defenders just about had a hand on him, and then one of the offensive guys in the back protecting the quarterback grabbed the jersey and yanked him backwards.
Looks like we got
right
a timeout.
In front of the ref.
Looks like we got a timeout. They'll talk it over. 5:37 to go first quarter. We are scoring. Monarchs took the 10 yards on the penalty. So after the holding call, it will be 3rd down and 17 at the 39 of Galveston County. Williams in a shotgun again. He's got 4 wide, 2 to each side. Will step back, throws. Man is underneath, and he's not going to get much.
Good coverage.
Good coverage there. Catch made by Michael Washington, but a huge hit.
Got a Monarch
down. We'll go ahead and take the break with them. Kook Sports Network will be right back. Number 42 is your man down. Looks like he got a helmet to the knee. Able to put some weight on it as he got off the field.
Yeah, we were just talking about what a warrior he is. I guarantee you that's not going to slow him down.
No.
Man had some teeth knocked out last year, comes back and plays about a month later. I tell you, that's a man there, I tell you.
He is. Remember that one, the preseason game out in Hitchcock. And that punt isn't going to get much.
That one's up here and way over here behind the press box.
That punt just got caught in the wind.
That's about, what, 5 yard?
That is going to be officially a 4-yard punt.
Okay. The Monarchs will take advantage of that. Let's hope.
So 4:57 to go first quarter. The story of the first quarter has just been insecurity by the offenses of both teams. One team's got 2 turnovers. The other team has killed themselves with a string of penalties.
Yeah, and the Broncos had a perfect opportunity there with that turnover, that fumble inside of the Monarchs' territory to be able to do something with it. But, penalties, and also the Monarchs did stiffen up.
Stiffened up indeed.
Yep. In fact, that play that Bledsoe got hurt on, that play had a lot of yardage written on it, but they closed on them in a hurry.
They did. And it was one of the things we mentioned, good team speed, whereas the Broncos have got a size advantage on their offensive line as a whole. That Monarchs team can fly to the football as well as any defense that you'll see in semi-pro ball.
Well, one advantage that the Monarchs have with this possession here is the sun is right into the eyes of the defenders of the Broncos.
Yes. 1st and 10. They'll start it up officially at the 37-yard line, so that would go down as a 3-yard punt. Artmore with the catch to Hill, and Hill is going to be stopped. They saw that one coming. They knew at some point in time Hill was going to touch the ball, and they were able to close in. Number 8 was the first guy there, Joseph Butler III. It's a name we've been calling frequently so far. He was there along with number 25, Johnny Daniels.
Well, I do like the game plan, though, the Monarchs, Brandon, because they're not focusing on 1 or 2 key playmakers. They're spreading it out, making the Broncos think about it, and then once they start finding something that works, I think you're going to start seeing them, the chemistry start building and building as the game progresses.
Keep an eye on your outside receivers. Marcus Littleton, number 10 to the far. We've got Terrell Harper, number 17 to the near. These guys will be factors tonight. Artmore back, has pressure, looking, throws it up in the air, and that ball is going to be caught. The question is incomplete. He had 1 foot in, but this is the pros.
Boy, what a beautiful grab, though.
It was a great grab as Artmore threw it up, hoping it'll land in the friendly hands, and a great effort by Harper. Just was not able to get both feet in.
He went over to double coverage as well.
So 3rd down coming up for the Monarchs. 3rd down and 9 with 3 minutes and 50 seconds counting in the first quarter. Still scoreless as both teams look as if they're just probing each other out, trying to find something to click. Wells in the backfield with Artmore. He'll line up Shoemaker at tight end, a flag down in the delay-up game. So that's going to push Galveston County back another 5 yards, so make it 3rd down and 14 coming up.
Yeah, with that long pass downfield and everybody kind of taking their time coming back to the huddle, it was a recipe for that 5-yard penalty.
So 3rd down, 14 coming up. They'll go with a 3-receiver set as Shoemaker, number 44, is lined up at tight end. Wells in the backfield with Artmore, and he'll roll out. Steps up, has pressure, and he's going to be sacked. A late flag, though. See whether or not he might have grabbed the face mask, but number 28, Thaddeus Pegues.
Holding against the Monarchs.
Holding against the Monarchs. They will refuse that one as Pegues records the sack that pushes them back. Pushes the Monarchs back to around the 25-yard line. A huge loss on that play.
That brings up 4th down.
4th and long. A loss of 9. So it'll be 4th down and 23. Set the punt for Galveston County.
Well, the defense for the Broncos pretty well put pressure on Artmore on every down in this particular possession.
They did. And you've got to find a way to solve it because they did dial up the heat. Broncos have 2 men back deep. Number 22, Brenton McCoy, is the deepest up to 2. He's around the 37, while number 1, Brandon Thomas, is around the 45.
That's false start there.
False start. That's going to push things even further back.
He wasn't set.
So make it 4th down and even longer with 2:22 to go in the first quarter.
All right, guys, when you're in the championship rounds, you can't have those little mental lapse happening like that.
They've got to shake the rust out. You know, you're fortunate that those 2 turnovers did not hurt you. But you've got to find a way to solve this defense at some point.
Yeah, but the Broncos have definitely gotten their hold and serve, and they've got field advantage so far at this point of the game. And we mentioned a little earlier, this might be a low-scoring game, and field advantage is going to be a key for the victory tonight, I do believe.
Right now, is inching favorably towards the Broncos as the Monarchs are pinned close, deep to their territory on a 4th and 28. Line drive that was just released. They'll take a nice bounce.
Boy, you talk about a favorable bounce as well.
Yes, down to the 29-yard line.
That's a difference of 10 or 12 yards in field position, Brandon.
It is.
And if he'd have picked it up, could have brought it forward. So that was a huge advantage for the Monarchs.
Turns out to be a punt of 48 yards. So it'll look good on the stat sheet. You kind of wonder as to how it was going to work, but it got a very favorable bounce that gives the Monarchs defense a little more of a cushion to defend against the Broncos. 1:53 to go, first quarter. We are still scoreless. This divisional playoff game. As we mentioned, the winners will head out to a championship round next week, site to be determined.
Well, talking to TC, the owner of the Monarchs, said it could possibly be in Austin, but depending on the scenario of another team that might win or lose, could be back here in Tech City next week.
Hoping that we can get that short drive. Got to handle business first here. 1st and 10 at the 29. Williams will get the handoff, and that's not going to get much of anything.
Yeah.
Number 22, Brent McCoy, was served up for dinner on that play as the Monarchs were there to swarm that one. Number 22, Ray Dunn Alexander. Number 40, Brian Lewis, along with Wise 99, there to make the stop.
Now the Monarchs
got a yard on that one.
I was going to say the Monarchs are holding them pretty well with no gain on most of the running plays. Now, if they can dial up the pressure on the quarterback, the defense will be doing their job tonight.
2nd down and 9 at the 30-yard line, 1:17 and counting first quarter. Williams in shotgun, drops back, tries to look for a pass, can't get it. Will try to run, turns the corner to the 35, and he will be out at around the 39, make it the 42-yard line.
Ooh, it was real close to being a late hit.
That was very close to being a personal foul.
Yep.
But like you mentioned, Mike, stopping Williams has got to be a key because this kid is a jackrabbit.
Yep. He eluded about 2 or 3 defenders a number of times behind that line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you're going to have to get some hands on him. You're going to have to dial up the pressure and give him a different look because his elusiveness could be a big factor here as this game continues. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. 24 seconds to go first quarter. Low snap. Williams will get the ball. And it's going to be to Thomas. And he's going to grind his way forward past midfield.
Ball's
around
loose.
The 46-yard line. Flags all over the place. Then this, in all likelihood, is going to come back. Does not take away the fact it was a good, hard run by Brent McCoy, but 2 flags on the field. One at the 42-yard line, the other one at the Monarchs 49. So this could be either a hold or it could be an offsetting with a hold and a face mask.
Personal foul,
face mask. And they're going to wave that off. So it was indeed a face mask. No penalty against the Broncos.
Oh, man, that's after
the play. So tack on 15 more to what was a very solid run by Brent McCoy. And that ball will be spotted at the 30-yard line as the final 10 seconds of the first quarter tick off. Expected hard hitting, low scoring. It's exactly what we've got here in the first 15 minutes. First quarter is in the books, and the score is the same as it was when we kicked off. 15 minutes past, 45 to go. It's scoreless here between the Monarchs and the Broncos. Brandon Williams, that will be right back here with you at Carlos Garza Sports Complex in Texas City. Scoreless as we start the second quarter between the Monarchs and the Broncos, and it's the Broncos moving the ball downfield at the 30-yard line of Galveston County. Handoff will be this time the number 34. Don't have a name on him. We'll grab that real quick, and that is going to be, let's see, don't have a name. We'll grab him momentarily, but a good run nonetheless, as it's a first down, gain of 3, so it's a 2nd and 7. Williams back, has pressure, rolls out, will take off with the ball, and he will just step out of bounds. And it looked like he got heat. He got pressure on him, but Williams was able to escape yet again.
Temper's getting a little bit elevated.
Yeah, they're laying a warning.
Yep, start of the first play of this second quarter. Got some jawing going on.
Yeah, in the last game we saw these two teams go at it. Yeah, there was plenty of jawing, and it got pretty physical as the game wore on. You can see right now they're trying to dial these guys down. So it turns out to be short of the first down by 2 yards. So a 3rd and 2 coming up. 13:34 to go, and there's movement on the line. Big number 74 just could not hold still long enough. Yep, that's you, Eric Smith. You threw your hands up. Yes, that would be you.
Yeah.
So instead of a 3rd and short, makes it 3rd down, a little bit longer. Spot the ball at the 28-yard line. So it'll be a 3rd down and 8 coming up.
I still feel like this is 4-down territory, though,
it is.
For the Broncos.
It is. I think that they are not going to take any chances of punting or field goal kicking. This is definitely going to be a 4-down situation for them. Williams has 4 wide receivers. As he'll drop back, steps, has pressure, looking, throws the ball. He just threw that one for dear life. He got thumped on a late flag, and that is going to move the chains. As it looks like, in all likelihood, they're going to call Glenn Wise for a personal foul. If that's the case, it's a first down, and it puts them inside the red zone.
Referees are not taking any prisoners tonight. They mean business.
They're going to dial this one up. They're going to dial it down and let both teams know who's controlling the tempo. We'll see what it was. That flag came awfully late as Williams just threw the ball away to save himself the loss of yardage.
You know, and you mentioned a little earlier that the penalties are what hurting the Monarchs. They're out of sync. And right there, the defense had a perfect scenario being able to, hey, we got a false start. Then we got a personal foul. Offset.
Wipe it out.
Well, there you go. So, well, I was going to say, but still, that could have forced it to be a 4th down. Now you got to replay a 3rd down. So the defense now for the Monarchs are going to have to start taking control of this game until the offenses get their chemistry clicking. You cannot have what's been 2 personal fouls now on this drive.
Right now, the Broncos trying to get their personnel package set, and it looks like they're going to go with a 3 wideout bunch over to the far side.
This is where the speed of the cornerbacks for the Monarchs is going to be key.
Williams in shotgun. Heron is the sole receiver to the near side. He's going to look towards his direction as he zips the ball downfield, and that's going to be caught. Touchdown. Well thrown ball to a streaking Jamal Johnson, and it's a 28-yard touchdown pass that puts the first points of the night on the board for the Broncos with 12:29 to go here in the first quarter.
Well, it's a pretty ball, too, wasn't it, Brad?
That was. Well thrown ball, had time. And he just stepped up and zipped the rocket that Jamal Johnson just caught streaking. can't throw a ball much better than that. As it will be 6-0. We'll wait and see as to how they handle the point after attempt. Looks like they are going to go for 2. Head coach of the Broncos is Eric King. And they will indeed go for 2. Got some big hosses in that backfield. 32, Colton Chapman. And they're going to go with Chapman. And Chapman is going to be in. Second push was worth it for them. And another late flag. And that looks like that's going to be something after the play. The run will stand to make it 8-0, but 3 flags flew right after the whistle was blown. So we will see as to whether or not this is a personal foul. In all likelihood, it's a personal foul. Question is who and how much punishment this is going to come. Looks like that's in the direction of the Monarchs.
And it'll probably come on the kickoff. So we'll call a quick timeout here. Kook Sportsnet be right back. Well, we'll go ahead and get the call here right quick.
See what the officials will say. Dead ball on sportsmanlike conduct. And it's against the Broncos. So that will be assessed on the kickoff against them. So 12:29 to go, first half. It is the Broncos leading the Monarchs by a count of 8-0. So after the penalty, the Broncos will have to kick the ball off at the 20-yard line. And it is going to be a floater that's going to be fielded by Billingsley at around the 35. Tries to turn the corner to the 40. Still going. It'll be stopped out of bounds at around the 45-yard line. And guess what? Another flag. The referees are certainly getting their arm strength improved as the game goes on.
Yeah, I guarantee you they're getting their exercise with that flag.
This game has just become, it's borderline, it's becoming close to being a very disjointed contest because neither team, with the exception of the previous drive, has just really had an opportunity to try to establish something. And a hands to the face.
No, we got a block in the back, I think. Yeah, block in the back. So you have a good advantage of having up to around the 45-yard line. Got to move it back. So the Monarchs once again cannot take advantage of a good situation that was presented to them.
We can see what the call is officially, and it's going to push them back. And again, this offense just seems out of sync. They've not been able to really establish anything yet. Turnovers on the first 2 drives, and now we're clapping. And looks like we might get a correction. Personal foul. Personal foul against the Broncos, and that's going to be a break.
Wow, how can you go from a block in the back? I guess he misunderstood the ref. One of the crew members on the referee squad. But this is a break.
Johnny Daniels, number 25, is the man called for that personal foul.
Monarchs got the wind to their back, Brandon. 1st and 10 at the 45. You got to take a shot downfield. And did you say this game is getting disjointed?
Yes.
Another whistle.
Yes, question about footballs. The Monarchs have their football, and now we're all happy and can line up and actually run a play. All right, if you will, Mr. Official. Are we happy? Yes, we are.
I guess we are.
12:22 to go, first half. Monarchs 1st and 10 at the 45 of the Broncos, and it'll be a handoff to Wells, and Wells has a nice hole inside the 30 to around the 29-yard line, and Sean Wells with a beautiful bruising 16-yard run that will wake things up. Take a look at the big O-line for the Monarchs. Number 31, Dalvin Mason. We'll get the rest of those guys momentarily. Handoff is going to be to Wells again, and he's going to run behind the big boys, and he's going to drag himself past the 25, and he'll be stopped at around the 24-yard line. Rest of that line real quick. Number 60, Melvin Evans. Tight end, number 44, Shoemaker. Number 75, Mark Music, one of the vets on the squad, another veteran on this team.
44.
Quadrell King. Number 44, that's going to be tight end Zach Shoemaker. 2nd and 5. And it's going to be Wells with the carry, and Wells is going to keep the chains moving for the Monarchs, as it should be enough for a first down.
That remind you of somebody in the championship game last year, Brandon?
It does. It does. Keep running like that. And keep pushing for another week, and start calling this guy Mr. June.
There you go.
1st and 10 for the Monarchs at the 24-yard line. 10:55 to go, first half. Monarchs marching, looking for their first score of the night. Artmore back, pumps, looks downfield, ball is caught incomplete. Was looking for Harper, but good defense on that play by number 8, Joseph Butler III.
I agree with the call, though, Brandon.
Got to take a shot downfield. And that was certainly a good call. Yeah, good one-on-one coverage. But Butler, indeed, you got to say it, the Butler did it.
Yep. Uh-oh.
He did it. It saves a big play and a touchdown, at least for this play, for the Broncos.
Second and 10.
At the 19-yard line. 10:27 to go in the first half. Monarchs trailing 8-0, but driving in the red zone. Their first appearance in the red zone tonight. Hill goes in motion, and they'll run the quarterback run, and it is not going to get much. Tried to go around the corner, but it was stretched out pretty well. Might have gained a yard, maybe 2 on that. We'll see where they spot it.
Yeah, he had, I think, Smith coming across, streaking across, being able to help with the blocking, as well as Sean Wells, I think, was out there along with your left-hand side. I thought that was going to be a lot better, but Broncos defended that very well.
Gain of 1, so 3rd down and 9 with 9:40 to go in the first half. Again, they'll go to tight end set, 3 wide receivers. Actually, they'll make it 4 because they're going to line Shoemaker up in the slot. Wells in the backfield with Artmore. Artmore back, flags are down, and a false start. Because you can't go more than 5 plays without a flag. False start pushes them back. So it's going to be another 3rd and long situation for the Monarchs. So make it 3rd down and 14 for Galveston County with 9:26 to go in the first half.
I'd say you just try to pick up what you can and try to get the first down on the 4th down try. Don't try to get it all at one time. See what you can pick up here on this down.
Again, they'll do it the 4 wide set. Hill and Shoemaker in slots. Littleton and Harper lined up outside. It'll be Artmore back, looking, throws, ball's tipped. And it's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Broncos. And it looks like number 1 for the Broncos, Brandon Thomas, with the interception off the tip.
3rd turnover.
3rd miscue of the night for Galveston County. Oh, my word.
That was the deepest penetration in the red zone. That's right.
You know, he threw it over the middle, and it was exactly how you were suggesting. You know, get what you can on this play. But the ball was tipped twice and landed in the hands of Thomas. And we'll see a sportsmanlike conduct against the Broncos. So that's going to push them back further after the interception. Yeah, disjointed indeed. This is at least the 4th unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yep. We've
seen thus far.
We've had more than 10 penalties, I think.
Yeah.
At least 10 penalties.
Yeah, this has become a flag fest. Flag Fest 616. Come see your favorite officials in action. That's going to spot the ball. Looks like they're going to be inside the 15. We can see where they are officially. Looks like they've got it spotted around the 11-yard line. Actually, the 10. So that's where they'll start their drive, 1st and 10.
Defense has definitely got to give them 3 and out on this, Brandon.
Yeah, they have been on the field way too long. You got a nice bit of a breeze coming here, but still fairly humid on the pretty warm June night. 1st and 10, Williams is your quarterback. with Brent McCoy, number 22, in the backfield with him. 3 wide set as Williams drops back. He's got pressure, running for his life, running, and almost intercepted.
Beautiful stretch.
Joseph McDonald almost reeled it in with one hand, but it's a good stop. And Gay, guess what? Another flag.
Oh, are you kidding me?
No. Somehow I get the feeling that either one of us.
Offsides?
Really? Offsides, and it's a free 5 for the Broncos, so 1st and 5 coming up. I was about to say, I somehow get the feeling that one of us in the middle of the night are going to have a dream about penalties. Flags just flying all over the place.
Yeah. Referees might as well just hold them in their hand.
Exactly.
Don't even tuck them in their belt.
It is useless in your belt at this point. 1st and 5 at the 15-yard line. 8:30 and counting in the first half.
I see a running play coming right here.
Looks like it could be. Williams with the snap. Actually a bit of play action.
Nope.
Steps up, throws. That ball is going to be incomplete. Threw it high and in the direction of number 2, Michael Washington, but he was not able to stay in bounds.
Another flag, Brandon.
Oh, my gosh, another flag. A hold.
Now we got holding. So advantage. Monarchs, they got their 5 back plus another.
My word. This is the playoffs. You expect this maybe in a preseason or the first game as you're trying to get the kinks out and you're trying to get that chemistry going, but man alive.
You know, they always say the playoffs normally bring out the best in the players, but sometimes it brings out the worst.
It's bringing out the best in the officials because they're certainly putting work in tonight. With all these calls, the referee is going to need some throat lozenges by halftime.
And a little bit of, I don't know, something to rub on their elbows.
Exactly.
Get his tennis elbow.
Exactly. Handoff's going to be to McCoy, and McCoy is going to break a couple of tackles, turns upfield, gets a block, still going, and grinds it to around the 30-yard line. Give credit to Mr. Britton McCoy. That was a nifty 22-yard run. It looks like the fans, actually a good draw.
Yep.
They're screaming and calling him the big itch. Yeah, he is. He is an itch that has been a big pain. And you got timeout as personnel changes have confused the Monarchs. We'll take the break with them. 7:29 to go first half. It's 8-0 Broncos. Coop Sports Net will be right back. After the timeout, it's a 1st and 10 for the Broncos. Spot the ball at the 30-yard line. 7:29 to go first half. Williams in the backfield with McCoy. Low snap, and Williams will take it upon himself to run as he will try to get the corner but won't. Finally, someone got him behind the line of scrimmage, and that is going to be number 43, Byron Wells. Got to count on some of your veterans who have been through the grind of the postseason, and that's a play that you needed from one of your vets, and it's a loss of yardage, a loss of 3.
Yeah, he came up from his linebacker spot. Met him in a hurry.
Diagnosed it well. 2nd down and 13. Clock is at 6:50 here in the first half. Williams gets the snap, drops back, has pressure, throws the ball downfield. That ball is incomplete. In and out of the hands of number 3 for the Broncos. And that's going to be Jamal Johnson.
He's a tall receiver.
He had some room to run. If you get reeled it in, and you gotta remember they are throwing into the wind now. Third down coming up. Personnel changes for the Monarchs. Darian Artmore, number 28, coming in as it looks like they're rotating that offensive line. Got to keep the bodies fresh.
You know, and Brandon, this is an important 3rd down because this defense has got to get off the field.
Yes. You've got to get some confidence and slow down this offense. And McCoy goes in motion, and a timeout by the Broncos. Will take it with them. 6:16 to go first half. It is 8-0 Broncos. After the timeout by the Broncos, it leaves both teams with 2 timeouts with 6 minutes and 16 seconds to go in the first half. So we mentioned big third down coming up. You need the defense off the field. You need to get the offense back in gear for the Monarchs. Start the whistle if you will as Williams is in shotgun. 4 wide set. As has been the case most of the night. Low snap. Williams picks it up. Has pressure. Looking. Throws downfield. Throws a wobbler that's incomplete. And a late flag. You saw it coming.
Oh, my goodness.
Joseph McDonald. Normally a guy that has his head on straight. Locked in a little too much and hit. Number 9 for the Broncos, Reginald Fontenot, right in front of the official.
Yeah.
There's also another flag downfield, down at around the 19-yard line. So we may have a redo here. Wait and see what the call is. As the poor official, look at the referee. It's like, he's thinking, I didn't expect this. No, it's going to move. It's going to move them 15 yards. Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
Oh. That's what the flag was in the backfield.
Yes. Roughing a passer, tack on 15. So it's a first down and 10 for the Broncos at the 41-yard line. 6:07 to go, first half. Low snap, they'll go to counter play. Will be a running play for big number 34. Who's going to grind his way forward. That is Dondrick Washington. Grinds his way forward for around 7, maybe 8 yards on that play. Spot the ball at the 49-yard line, so that's a gain of 8.
And they're not even huddling up, Brandon.
No, they're going a bit no huddle. Washington had to go off the field. He'll be replaced by number 32, Colton Chapman, who's in the backfield with Williams and McCoy. 5:28 and counting, first half. Monarchs showing blitz. Hand up to McCoy, and McCoy is going to be stopped, but around the 49-yard line on the far side.
Number 40 for the Monarchs just swallowed him whole.
Yeah, it was Brian Lewis, swallowed him whole, but we've got a flag down. Flag down near the line of scrimmage. We'll see as to what the call is going to be.
Brandy, you might as well put that in your repertoire tonight. There's a flag down.
A flag down. Looks like it's going to be at all sides. No, actually, it's going to be more than that. It's going to be another personal. It's going to
that's offsides.
Offsides. They'll tack it on 5.
First down.
And a late flag is throwing up. Sideline warning. Offsides, tack on 5, give them a first down. They'll refuse the penalty. So it'll be a first and 10 at the 46-yard line up Galveston County with 5 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the first half. You need some kind of momentum swing
you do.
Galveston County, because this Broncos offense is gaining confidence by the play. 2 back set with Williams as he'll get the snap. Handoff is going to be to Butler. Number 9 actually. It's going to be Reginald Fontenot. He's going to grind forward. It looks like they're going to let that big interior line up there just take advantage. You're just going to run behind the big meaties.
Yeah, that was 5 yards. I mean, when you keep doing that, you can just keep on going down the field.
Yeah, you keep wearing them down, and you force the Monarchs to keep rotating guys in that front line to keep them fresh. And it looks like the Broncos have found something here, because they have been very run-heavy here on this drive. 2nd and 5 coming up, 4:28 to go, first half. Low snap, and it's going to hand off to McCoy. McCoy's got room. Turns the corner, grinding inside the 30 with a big hurdle down to around the 15-yard line. And Brenton McCoy has been a beast here on this drive. Another great run by the young man as he gains 27 on that play.
And that was close to a disaster on the handoff, because the ball actually rolled back to the quarterback. He's barely got it picked up and put it in the hands of the running back.
And McCoy, needless to say, needs a breather. And he will get a well-deserved breather as number 2, Michael Washington, will come in to replace him. 1st and 10 at the Monarch 14-yard line. 3:50 and counting in the first half. Fontenot in the backfield with Williams. He'll 4 wide. Williams back. Quick screen. Cuts back. He will get in the end zone. Touchdown if it holds up for Michael Washington, but a flag down at the 10. Holding is going to be the call, so that celebration is going to be delayed. Great play.
Yeah, it was.
To allow your speed guy in Washington to hit the corner. Only problem was his receiver near him was a bit too zealous on the block. Holding Cole pushed them back to the 24-yard line. Actually, at 26, it's a spot foul. And we got a timeout with 3:35 to go in the first half. We'll take it with them. Monarchs sputtering a bit, need a stop defensively. They trail 8-0. Coach Sportsnet will be right back. After the penalty, it's a 1st and 17 spot foul. So it's 1st and 17 at the 21-yard line. Williams is a lonely man because he's got 5 wide receivers. Fontenot goes in motion. They'll fake it to Fontenot. A ball popped loose and Williams was able to recover it. Adrian Jornet was in the vicinity, was not able to reel that one in as Williams dodged a major bullet. Leaned forward just to get back to the line of scrimmage. So 2nd down at 17 as we are inside 3 minutes of play here in the first half.
I'm not saying it's a do-or-die situation, but the Monarchs cannot allow them to score here right before the end of this first half.
No, you know this is 4-down territory for the Broncos. Fontenot is in the backfield with Williams. Gets the snap, steps up, has pressure, and it's going to be sacked. Finally. Glenn Wise with the sack. And that is going to take him back to the 26-yard line. First time tonight that they brought him down. So Williams sacked for the first time tonight, and the Broncos are going to take a timeout because of it. Clock will stop with around 2:20. Clock is still going, but will stop for a moment. Coug Sportsnet will be right back. 3rd down and 22. First sack of the night of Williams. As we now see a bit of a change here. Nope. Up momentarily, you're going to see a different quarterback. 3rd down and 22. Monarchs show blitz. Williams back, steps up, throws downfield. That ball is going to be caught. Touchdown. Williams stayed in the pocket, took the shot, and it's a touchdown by number 2, Michael Washington. Again, a nice dart by Williams. This one from 26 yards, and it's 14-0 with 2:12 to go in the first half.
You know, I bet the Broncos have held the ball for about 10 minutes in this quarter, Brandon.
I would agree with you. They have definitely controlled the clock.
I mean, from all the penalties and all the other things going on, and that defense is going to have to definitely take in some oxygen. I'm talking about the Monarchs at halftime.
3 turnovers and a handful of penalties by the offense, and 2 of those turnovers were in Broncos territory. Big backfield lined up for the Broncos. They'll get number 6, Jamarco Johnson, in as the sole receiver, and it's going to be a bit of confusion as Williams rolls out, looking for something, looking for someone, still going, and will finally be stopped. McDonald and number 7, Trey DeReese, there with the stop, but it's kind of hollow considering that the Broncos march downfield and will get in the end zone for a second time tonight. 2:12 to go first half. Is the Texas Broncos 14, Galveston County Monarchs nothing. Back deep for the Monarchs. Seal number 6, Billingsley number 11. As Muse will kick it high, it will hang in the direction of Justin Branch, who will get the return. He'll try to get the corner. Got a couple of blocks to the 30, to the 35, still grinding. Got to around the 40-yard line. So a good effort by Branch. One of the up men. And it's something that gets this once dormant sideline of the Monarchs a little bit of life. 2:04 to go. If you can get this thing in the end zone before halftime, it'll be a huge confidence boost.
Oh, yes. Good field position on that kickoff.
Good field position. You got to think that they're going to have to find ways to get Hill involved. He's only got 2 touches on the night, and those touches are for a combined 3 yards. You've got to get your home run hitter, and you can see Terrence Blaine is highly upset on the sideline as a poor Gatorade bottle just got its last rites.
I think it's called being slam dunk.
Yes. Yes, that indeed was a dunk. And try to readjust things. What's the problem? What's the problem? Is the spacing? I don't know. Well, this right here pretty much defines the first half.
Yeah, I agree.
It's just
even like the referees seem to be.
Yeah,
haven't quite got started.
It's just been a litany of confusion. I don't know if it's an issue with the chain gang and it's an issue with is it the chain? No, it's an issue with the football. There you go. See, you can run plays with it. You can do amazing things when it's on the field. So now we've got a football. Now we have two footballs.
Now we got one coming in from
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my goodness, Brandon.
13 years together starting this August, we have seen a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing might make the short list of weird.
Well, I guarantee you, if we'd have been keeping stats on flags, it's definitely a lot more than what the yardage
definitely
would be on the stat side.
Yes. Yes, I would probably venture that the Monarchs probably have more penalty yards than they have offensive yards. Either that or it's close. 1st and 10, the 44-yard line. Artmore with a quick hitter. It's going to be to Hill, and Hill will get about 2, maybe 3, as we will now take the 2-minute warning. Are we going to get a 2-minute warning? Nope. We'll keep this thing going. The clock hasn't stopped. Clock hasn't stopped.
Actually, it has stopped.
It has. We're going to get a 2-minute warning or what, gentlemen? Nope, guess not. Get a 20-second warning. There we go. There you go. 2-minute warning at 1/10 of the price. Second down and 9 at the 45-yard line.
But the clock hadn't started even on a running play.
Clock has not moved, yeah. Clock has not moved yet. It'll be a good time to get it going. 2nd down and 9. Handoff is going to be to Artmore, and Artmore cuts the corner, has a first down, has blockers, still spins, gets down to around the 37-yard line, and Artmore puts matters in his own hands and gets the first down and moves the chains with 1:50 to go in the first half. Started to see a bit of no huddle now as it's Hill in the backfield with Artmore at the 38-yard line. Handoff is going to be to Artmore, and he's going to cut back and has room. Still going inside the 20.
Oh, no.
And the ball popped loose. Artmore is down. Nope, he's up. He's just frustrated. That ball popped loose and ends up in the hands of number 13, Calvin Johnson. So now at 1:40 to go in the first half, I don't think the Broncos are just going to be easing up on the gas. I think they'll take a shot at trying to extend this lead.
Oh, yeah, with 1:40, I agree. Now, if it's just a few seconds, you don't want to risk some type of a turnover, but I think they're going to go ahead and try to run some plays and see what they can do.
1:40, they do have one timeout left. Ball is at the 24-yard line, and the 4th turnover of the night by the Monarchs offense.
I sure hope we have a tale of two halves in this ball game.
Yep, you're still in this thing, but you're certainly not helping yourself with the miscues. That's just a body blow right there, considering the promise of that drive. It looked like they were building up momentum. You're starting to think you can get in the red zone and make something happen, but Artmore got stripped just as he went down.
But you got the defense is still back out there, though, Brandon. That's starting to concern me.
That is a big concern at this point. First and 10. Fontenot's still in the backfield with Williams. It's a high snap, and it'll be Fontenot with the carry, and Fontenot's going to cut back and evade one, but not much beyond that. You got past one wave of defenders, but Blaine was there to make the stop. Also got a friendly bit of assistance from Byron Wells. No gain on the play, so second down. Actually, I got 3 yards on it, so second and 7 at the 27-yard line. 40 seconds to go first half. It looks like they're going to be content to just let this thing run out. Don't want to take a shot at throwing into the wind.
Man, it's picked up since the beginning of the game.
Indeed. High snap. Handoff's going to be to McCoy. McCoy's going to cut back, spins, and he'll be finally stopped at around the 29-yard line.
None of that nonsense.
Yep, only got slung down. 12 seconds to go. And
last play of the half.
Yep, they're going to be content to let this one go. Can't blame them. Just a very, very uneven first half for the Monarchs. 4 turnovers by the offense, 2 touchdown passes by Broncos quarterback Derek Williams, and that is where we stand. 14-0 Broncos over the Monarchs at the half. Enjoy the halftime. We'll see it start the second half. Brandon Williams, Mike Lockwood here at Carlos Garza Sports Complex in Texas City. Not the Monarchs that we were expecting as they trail 14-0 to start the third quarter. First time tonight, Mike, that we've seen Jose Zaragoza, and that's mostly because the Broncos defense, with a lot of help from the Monarchs offense, have kept the champs down.
Well, they got a hold, 14-point hold, talk to TC at halftime. He said, we're all right. Team was loose on the sideline. There wasn't any tempers flaring or anything. It's business as usual. They know they had a bad half, so a good way of kicking off.
That's a good way to start.
Yeah.
Jose Zaragoza hammers it into the wind.
So as you mentioned, the Monarchs' number 1 defense is going to have to do their job here in this second half. And now the offense for the Monarchs, so they're going to have to cut out those penalties. They're going to have to cut out the turnovers.
4 turnovers in the first half. 2 of those were in the red zone.
Yeah.
And you've got to be able to hold on to this football. And obviously, and right now, you got to hope that this halftime will breathe some life into this team as a whole.
Yeah, because there's no tomorrow.
No, there's not. You know, you don't get more than 15 here in the second half. There's not going to be any practice next week. You go back to your normal routine and you restart this thing up in training camp in the fall. Number 10 for the Broncos is your quarterback, and that is going to be Derek Williams. He's thrown 2 touchdown passes in the second quarter. Low snap, but it was picked up by Washington. Washington very aware of that. Probably got to the line of scrimmage. Not much more beyond that.
Let's hope that's an omen of the way that it's going to start.
Yes.
Going to be for the second half of these Broncos.
Yes.
As I mentioned in that first half, I hope it's a tale of 2 different halves for this Monarchs team.
Jolivet was in on the stop. So second down and 10 at the 20-yard line. McCoy is in the backfield with Washington.
Another bad snap.
It's actually Washington bounces off a couple of tackles, still spinning, and he will be stopped at around the 19-yard line. So loss of 1, maybe.
Boy,
this is a positive sign.
Good pursuing defense on that, Brandon. He almost spun away and picked up some positive yardage, but linebackers came up very rapidly.
Again, no gain. Third down and 10. So not the start that the Broncos were expecting with their first 2 plays, 2 fumbles that Washington has bailed them out of. Third down and 10, Washington is out. And it's going to be McCoy, who had a strong first half in the backfield. Williams gets the snap, drops back, throws, looks, downfield, throws a dart. That ball is going to be caught. And he's still up. That's a touchdown. That's a touchdown. The whistle did not blow. The whistle did not blow. Billingsley could be correct in saying that he's down, but there's no replay, and the whistle didn't blow. Michael Washington with an 80-yard touchdown pass No flags. And if this stands, that is a huge shot into the chances of the Monarchs. Okay, it looks like they're going to give the catch.
Yeah, because there was contact.
There was contact by Billingsley.
Yeah.
A great catch by Washington. And he had the presence to get up and keep scooting. No, they're trying to decide as to whether or not it's a touchdown. It is.
Oh.
An 80-yard strike that makes it 20-0 with 13-18 to go in the first half.
Second half.
In the second half. I'll win in the third quarter. And right now, tempers are starting to flare. Right now, if you're the Monarchs, you do not need the wheels to start falling off. You know, again, give Washington credit. I believe that he was down. If there was replay, you'd probably be correct. But the fact of the matter is that Washington had the presence to get up, realized there wasn't a flag, and he kept going. He kept going, and that was really the difference on that play. And you see the owner, TC, you see the head coach of the Monarchs, Mike Jackson, and man alive, what a momentum swing there.
Well, the way I saw it is that there was contact at the point of the catch, and then because of that contact, the receiver fell down.
There was contact, but I'm going to guarantee you that the officials are going to look at while there was contact during the catch, that he did not clearly have possession of the football during that contact. Once he established possession, he's still up, and that's a live ball. You know, you play to the whistle. That's the one thing that you're taught from the time you put a helmet and pads on as a youth. You play to the whistle, and this hurt.
What y'all saying? We threw a challenge flag.
I saw contact, and he went down as he was catching the ball.
Contact.
Count!
We saw contact.
Can we rewind this in?
If they'll allow it.
Count!
So now we're involved. We're going to take a timeout. So that will be right back.
That's a first for us. Explain what happened while we wanted a timeout, Brandon.
Well, what happened was that there was a question as to whether or not the receiver Washington had contact. The officials were able to come upstairs, take a look at the play, and indeed it was contact. So 1st and 10, incomplete. Williams was looking in the direction of number 6, Jamarco Johnson. Yeah, I never imagined that in the 3 years that we've done semi-pro football that we would use instant replay.
Boy, I was kind of nervous, Brandon.
Yeah.
I said, oh boy, hopefully my footage is going to be the deciding factor. And there, when I saw it live as down by contact. The referee first watched it. He says, nope, he didn't have it. I said, no, watch it again.
Yeah.
And now I'm not a little bit of bias, but
however,
when they watched the second, the other referee said yes, down by contact. So it was a consensus.
So instead of an 80-yard touchdown, it still is a 60-yard reception by Washington.
Which was still a strike.
Yes, and they're still in the red zone. 2nd down and 10. McCoy goes in motion. They'll hand it to McCoy. He'll try to turn the corner, evades one man. And he stopped. No, he's not. He's still going. He cuts back. He gets a block. He will score. A late flag is down, as has been the case tonight. We've got a penalty. And to think there's not even a full moon. Hold the phones. There's a flag down, and on a play like that, 9 times out of 10, it's either a hold or a block in the back.
Oh, and he's marking it off.
And he's marking it back.
It might, I think it was a block in the back.
Yep. Block in the back.
Well, if the Monarchs can hold them out of the end zone on this is going to be like Moses parting the Red Sea. I'm telling you, you come talk about up against the odds, and with a little bit of help of a favorable broadcasting crew with instant replay.
Exactly. So scratch that touchdown off, and in the first 2.5 minutes of the second half, the Broncos have had 2 touchdowns called back. One by penalty and one by the grace of instant replay.
Yeah, that was a first for us, Brandon.
Yes.
That's one that we're going to sit back and say, you remember that night?
Exactly.
We made a difference in the ball game.
There you go.
We made a difference in the ball game.
Yes. We are difference makers. Who knew?
Who would have known? You know, you get up, you put your pants on the same way every day, you put on your headset the same way every night, and sometimes you do make a difference.
That's what we're here for.
There you go.
Third down coming up. As the ball is spotted at the 20-yard line. Williams with the snap. I'll hand the ball off to McCoy. McCoy's got room. McCoy's going to cut back. Still spinning. He'll be down to around the 1-yard line. Woo. And that has been the difference in this game. They have not been able to stop Brenton McCoy.
Boy.
He's got to be close, if not over 100 yards. And you think that a matchup of running backs between he and Hill, you would have thought that Hill would have had the edge, but Brent McCoy has been a revelation for the Broncos tonight.
Yeah, and Hill has really been a non-factor tonight,
He has been. He's only touched the ball 3 times, and one of those was on a return. First and goal at the 2. Washington's in the backfield with Williams.
We need a fumble.
We need a big play, some way, shape, or form. Low snap. Williams gets back, has pressure, and is going to be sacked. It's not a fumble, but you'll take that.
Yep.
Second sack of the night. Give credit to number 32, and that is Hernelius Preston. First time we've called his name tonight.
Yeah, they need a lot more of that right there, Brandon, because that quarterback is really that's the second time in this entire game, and he has been running around very easily tonight.
He has run the front 7 of the Broncos ragged. It's a sack there, a loss of 8. So it's a second down and goal at the 10-yard line. 11:03 and counting, third quarter. Washington now in the backfield with Williams. And Williams will get the low snap. Pumps, throws underneath the ball, tipped in the air, and
we could have used that.
Hung up there, very, very tantalizing for a moment. The deflection was made by number 56, Adrian Journay. Number 99, Glenn Wise, was in the vicinity, just was not able to reel that one in. Third down and goal coming up.
Come on, 2 big stops, guys. 2 big stops.
2 big stops, or 1 big stop with the ball changing, something. This defense needs a huge wake-up at this point. McCoy is back in. You got to account for 22 at this situation. Play clock's got to be close to running down. And it is delay a game. So that is going to hurt the Broncos just a little bit more as they're pushed back 5 yards.
Well, the winds of fate are holding off for the Monarchs.
They are.
They are on that, with us being able to reverse that call on that touchdown, then you had a touchdown 2 plays later that was brought back because of the holding call.
Yeah.
And now you have the sack, and now you have the delay of game. So the winds of fate are still favoring the Monarchs just a touch of keeping the Broncos out of the end zone.
Third down and goal, ball at the 15-yard line. They'll go a 3-wide receiver set with Washington lined up to the near side. Snap, Williams drops back, steps in the pocket, throws downfield. Ball's going to be incomplete. Was looking in the direction. Great coverage there. 3 defenders in the vicinity.
We got a different center in there, Brandon.
Yes. Jamarco Johnson, the intended receiver. Yeah, you do have a big one here. Number 54, a big guy, is on the sidelines right now. Probably needing a little bit of a breather. So 4th and goal.
Man, this drive is lasting almost 5 minutes.
Yes. 4th and goal at the 15-yard line. Stop them here. It's a huge momentum shift that the offense needs to take advantage of.
Need a good rush.
Williams back, steps in the pocket, throws a dart downfield. That ball's caught. No flags on that one, and it's a touchdown. Third score of the night, and that's going to land in the hands of number 18, Jacoby Shinnever. So it is 20-0. So for all of our efforts, weren't able to curb the difference on that one. 20-0, 9 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. That is a painful, painful end to a drop. You just kept hoping and hoping that something would happen and allow you to get the ball back. Somehow it just wasn't meant to be. Williams has had time all night long. You know, your handoff that's not going to get much was Muse, the ball carrier. So they'll stop them there. But nonetheless, 9 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. The Broncos have extended this lead to 20-0. Muse is your kicker. Will be right back. Billingsley and Hill are back deep.
Well, a run back would be great, wouldn't it?
Yes. 20-0 as Muse will kick it off. He's just going to pooch it high, and that is going to be fielded by one of the Broncos. Patrick Miles with the catch. And the lights are starting to get pretty dim for the Monarchs.
Unfortunately, the Monarchs are kind of looking at each other, wondering who was going to take it.
Yeah. I got it. And in this football version, they didn't get it. And it's back in the hands of the Broncos. And I got to tell you, they get this thing in the end zone, you can wrap it up.
Yeah.
They're playing with a ton of confidence right now. You can see in their movements, you can see in the swagger. And you look at those hands on hips. That's a sign of a defense that's been out there way too long.
We're waiting on the chain gang here.
Yep, 9:25 to go, third quarter, and the Broncos, after scoring on the opening drive, get the onside kick, and they'll bunch it 4 wide over to the near side. We'll wait for the chain gang to get going. Williams back, has pressure, now has room to run. Cuts it back, still going. Williams still grinding, they'll go out of bounds. Someone lost the helmet. That was for the Broncos, number 51 for the Texas Bronx. He's going to have to skip out of play, and that is Brandon Edwards, one of the offensive linemen. But it's Williams, Derek Williams, using his legs to move the chains, and he had a huge lane to run on the sidelines as he gets the ball down to the 18-yard line. So a gain of 19 on that play.
Boy, and that basically onside kick, you can kind of see the wind going out of the sails of the Monarchs, Brandon.
Yes. You had defense that's just been out on the field all night long, and as good as it is, you know, you're right there that long, you're going to run out of gas at some point. Williams drops back, steps, throws, has a ball incomplete. We're looking in the direction of Washington as he felt a bit of pressure. And see Spencer Herron, number 0, screaming, jumping up and down. I'm open, I'm open, I'm open.
Boy, he was.
Williams just did not have the time. As one of the few times tonight he had some pressure upon him. And really, that's been the difference. It's been one of the differences right here.
Yeah.
Is the fact that the Monarchs have not been able to establish, the pressure that they normally can on quarterbacks. They do have 2 sacks, but they have not made Williams uncomfortable all night long. 2nd and 10 for the Broncos. Ball actually at the 16-yard line as Fontenot is in the backfield with Williams. They'll show blitz. Williams back, steps up, throws ball. He got hammered.
Yeah, he did that time.
He got hammered, but stood up and faced the pressure. He was hit. Looks like Brian Lewis there to make the hit on him, but nonetheless, number 43, Byron Wells, nonetheless, some pressure and an incomplete pass to make it 3rd down and 10. You know they're going to go for it on 4th down if they don't convert here. 3 wide set. Williams back, has time, throws a dart that's going to be high and incomplete. Was looking in the direction of number 3, Jamal Jackson. He just set that one out. And again, actually a little bit of pressure there. So 4th down and 10 coming up. Got to get this one here and get the offense on the field.
Yeah.
7:52 to go in the 3rd quarter. And
they hadn't even been on the field. No, they hadn't even been on the field.
They have yet to run a play. And we're nearly halfway through the 3rd. Even if they don't score, it's a good effort at ball control to just chew up the clock with a 3-score lead. Williams back, has pressure, evades it, still going, and is finally going to be sacked. Sack made by Brian Lewis, and finally the Monarchs defense get a stop, a much-needed stop for the first time in the second half. We're going to see the offense.
Yeah. Well, I mentioned that when now that they finally got the ball, they're not going to be. They can't be content. I think Brandon just grind it out.
No,
they're going to have to start taking some risks, try to pick up some yardage quickly, try to get that first score out of the way. I mean, that first score has just been haunting them all night long. Twice they were down there in the red zone, and twice they turned the ball over.
So 1st and 10, ball at the 28-yard line. First time in the 3rd quarter, as we mentioned, that the Monarchs offense is on the field. Rodney Artmore is the quarterback. Wells in the backfield. And it's going to be Wells, and Wells is going to grind 4. He'll get about 5 on that play. So it's 2nd and 5 coming up, and it looks like the Monarchs are going to go with a bit of no huddle here.
Yeah, that they have to from here on out.
Yes, this is 4-down territory from here on out. Gain of 4, make it 2nd down and 6, and it'll be a handoff to Wells, and Wells is going to shake off a defender. Should have enough for a 1st down, and a late flag coming. Now a little pushing and shoving. You know, trying to get cooler heads to prevail. You don't want this thing to get out of hand. You get a sense that, you know, we're sitting on the powder keg with the Broncos team yapping and a Monarchs team looking for some kind of spark in any way, shape, or form. We'll see what the penalty is. Personal foul, face mask, and that's a big break.
Yeah, that'll
I'll take it on 15.
Yardage.
Yep, that will get you some yardage. And I'll get them to the 48-yard line of the Broncos with 6:50 to go. Got to cash this one in.
Yeah, you do, Brandon. I mean, it's almost every time he touches the ball, they got to cash it in.
Agnes shotgun set, 4 wides. Hill and Shoemaker are in slots, and a stoppage of play immediately. And looks like a timeout. Timeout will be charged to the Broncos. We'll take it with them. 6:46 to go, 3rd quarter. It is the Broncos 20, Monarchs nothing. Empty set for the Broncos, for the Monarchs, as Artmore play action, swings out to Hill. Hill with the catch. 1st down. Still spinning as he is going to be stopped at around the 29-yard line. And for the first time tonight, Ladarius Hill gets a big play, and finally the Monarchs get their prime offensive weapon involved.
Beautiful design.
Gain of 18 on the reception.
Yeah, they've got the up-tempo, Brandon. They're just going to have to continue this the rest of this ball game.
1st and 10 at the 30. It will be Wells. The ball is loose and it's picked up. Blocked in the middle of the field.
Can you say deja vu?
My word.
And a flag.
Of course. Of course. How can you get through 5 plays with a flag at the pace this game is going? And it's going to be Sean Hope, number 49 there with the fumble recovery. The 5th, count them, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turnovers tonight by the Monarchs.
Helmet thrown to the ground.
And that's going to tack on 15. You are not going to win many ball games if you're putting the ball on the ground 5 times. And it just seems that this Monarch team is obviously out of sync across the board. The defense has played their hearts out, but with the way that they have been on the field, you got to think that, that exhaustion is going to start taking its toll. Ball spotted at the 47-yard line after the personal foul penalty. Not mention that we're close to 10 personal foul penalties between both teams.
Wow.
Williams in shotgun, has Washington in the backfield. They'll hand it to Washington, and Washington's going to grind forward. Gain of about 2 on the play. Tackle made by Blaine.
I would be a little, I guess, coy in saying who let the dogs out. You hear that? We got a dog in the stands, actually, with the fans tonight too.
Good crowd.
Yeah, it is a good crowd.
Yeah, you see the Monarch, actually the Broncos had a nice contingent make the trip down. 2nd down and 8 coming up. Williams back, has pressure. He's going to throw the ball to the other side. He'll fake the option and get something out of it.
I thought there was going to be
that play had disaster written all over it, but somehow, some way, Williams was able to get something out of it.
And a flag over here, Brandon.
Yes. Another flag.
Oh, my Lord. There's got to be at least 20.
Yes.
Because, I mean, you got, 10 personals?
Yeah. Michael Washington had the catch, got the ball to the 49-yard line. We'll see if that one will stand, and if it does, it will make it a 3rd down and 5. This game is just straight from the twilight zone. See what the call is going to be and whether or not it's going to be on the Monarchs. See what the referee says. Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Make that personal foul number 11.
Wow. Pushes them back 15 yards. Both of these teams have been just hell-bent on shooting themselves in the foot. And it seems, with the score 20-0 in favor of the Broncos, it seems like they're going to be the one that runs out of bullets first.
Well, we did our part tonight, Brandon.
We did. We tried to help.
I still can't get over that. When they started looking up at us, and I said,
that sinking
seriously,
feeling.
Are they thinking about coming up here and looking at that footage?
Yes.
You saw me immediately change the mode of the camera. I was trying to hurry up and do that rewind before they came up top.
3rd down and 23 coming up. It'll be a handoff. It's not going to get much of anything. Extra effort got McCoy a couple of yards. So it'll be 4th down coming up. A little sportsmanship there.
A run back.
False start.
A punt return would change the complexity of this game.
Yes.
But you got to get that first score, guys.
Yes.
My gosh, 3 times you've been down there in that red zone. 3 times.
Officials timeout with 4:33 to go, 3rd quarter. It is the Monarchs trailing the Broncos by a count of 20-0. Coug Sports Net will be right back. We're going to have a 4th down and 22 coming up. Back deep for the Monarchs is Hill as he lines up at around his own 31-yard line.
Come on, Hill. Take it to the house, buddy.
Muse is the punter. And we've got another stoppage of play. Goodness gracious.
The first half lasted just barely an hour. This 3rd quarter's lasted over an hour, Brandon.
The way it feels, I would possibly believe that. Because these another false start. Just going to push them back another 5. Yeah, I got to think that at this point, we are bordering towards 200 yards in penalties between both teams.
Oh, probably.
We're either at the border or we're about to cross it. This has just been one.
And this is 2nd level of playoffs, too.
Yes.
I mean, the caliber of these teams is way above what's going on tonight.
Yeah, 2 9-1 teams looking like an expansion franchise as Muse does it.
That ball.
And it goes backwards.
It didn't hit a Monarch, did it?
No. unfortunately.
Well, that's about a
That's a punt of
that's maybe a negative.
yard.
Is that a negative yardage on that
He fell
thing?
at the 29-yard line. The ball was spotted at the 28. So that's a punt of 1 yard.
Well, Monarchs got to take advantage of the situation.
But let's add to the fact that with all the strangeness that's going on, Muse's punting average is 2.5 yards.
Normally when you got a kicking game that's like that, which has also been non-existent for the extra points, you would think those missed extra points are going to hurt them. But, man, with this game, the way this thing has been playing out, you can throw all the stats out the window.
2 punts for 5 yards. The unintentional football bucket list is being filled to the brim tonight. Ball is spotted at the 29-yard line. Gotta do something right now.
I still got faith in these Monarchs.
have hope.
I got faith in these boys
You
still.
just got to get one in the end zone. And it's going to be Artmore. He'll get too close to the line of scrimmage. Maybe got a yard out of it. So 2nd down and 9. See where they'll spot it. They'll spot it at the 29. So no gain on that play.
You know, you got to give the Broncos defense credit, though, Brandon. They pretty well stymied. Well, let me take that back. They haven't allowed the Monarchs to be able to run up a lot of points, but the Monarchs have also 3 times shot themselves in the foot.
Yes. 3 or 5 turnovers have been inside their territory as Artmore zips back, goes downfield, incomplete. Was looking for Littleton. So 3rd down, and actually they'll say 3rd and 8. 3rd down and 8 coming up. 3 minutes, 39 seconds to go, 3rd quarter. Monarchs trailing 20-0. And they got to get rally time going right here, right now. As they've got to find some solution inside of that Broncos defense. You mentioned the Broncos are playing a good game defensively, but yet 5 turnovers makes their job that much more easy. Hill is lined up in a slot to the far side. You've got Wells in the backfield with Artmore. Artmore back, rolls out, has pressure. Ball is going to be incomplete. Was looking in the direction of Shoemaker. Could not reel that one in.
Yeah, he was running to his right and trying to throw across his body, and the ball was behind Shoemaker.
So 4th down and 8 coming up for the Broncos. For the Monarchs. Need to get the ball to the 20 for 1st down.
Come on, guys. This is essentially like a turnover if you don't get this first down.
It is. And it's not much of a breather for that defense, which definitely needs one. Artmore back, rolls out, has pressure, tries to see the lane and can't move forward. Good coverage there as the tackle is made by Franklin Hill Jr., number 7. Along in there, number 19, Darrell Charlo. So a stop by the Broncos, saves the bacon of Muse in that punt. So it's a 1st and 10 for the Texas Broncos at the 28-yard line with 2 minutes and 47 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, and they are holding a 20-0 lead. Need a pick 6 or something. Someone's got to step up. Offense, defense, special teams. Someone has got to get a play that turns this thing around.
Yeah, got to get that score. Got to get that goose egg off.
Yeah.
I tell you, just thing. Like that's been almost like the carrot they just can't reach.
Exactly. It's been close. They just have not been able to reach for it. Williams moving traffic around, has a diamond formation. To the far side, low snap. Williams drops back. They'll hand the ball off, and that's not going to get much. As the Monarch defense there to snuff that one out. See who the ball carrier was on that one. That was Fontenot, number 9.
Monarchs are still shuttling in their defensive players, still trying to keep it fresh. That's a good sign of a coaching staff that's still trying to be able to continue to roll the dice, try to come up with a winning combination.
Loss of 1. Makes it 2nd down and 11. Williams back, throws underneath. And Fontenot has some room to run, just could not hold on to it. And Williams just frustrated. Actually, he took a bit of a shot. So 3rd down coming up. See if you can get this ball back. Still time, still plenty of hope. You just have to get that one play. You're the Broncos. You've just got to keep things clicking the way they have been. You know, you're holding all the cards with the 20-0 lead. Two minutes, 11 seconds to go, 3rd quarter. As we mentioned, the winner is going to advance to the championship next week. And if the Monarchs can somehow pull off a miracle and get back and pull out a win, the championship game will be either here in Texas City or, depending on the outcome of a game out in Central Texas, that game could end up in Austin. So they're refusing the penalty.
Yeah, it was a legal shift.
Yes. And
Monarchs are refusing the penalty. That keeps it 3rd and about 13, 12, whatever it is.
Yes. A 3rd and long situation for Williams, who has Fontenot in the backfield with him at number 9. 4 wide set for the Bronx. Looks like you're going to see some man-to-man for.
Good.
Oh, huge hit. That's what you needed.
And that's a turnover, Brandon.
Yes. Yes.
Boy, and they leveled him.
Yes, a massive hit. That could be the wake-up call. Williams is down. We'll take the break. Coon Sports Net will be right back. Just get the Monarchs that lift. It's up to the offense to cash this one in. 1st and 10, 18-yard line up the Broncos, 1:59 to go, 3rd quarter. Artmore, shotgun set. Hill in the backfield with him. It'll be Artmore trying to turn a corner. Does. Cuts back, still going, still spinning. Should be close to a 1st down. Looks like he is down inside the 10-yard line. If that's the case, the chain gang gets a break. Yep,
referee signaling 1st down.
They're signaling a 1st down. See where they spotted it. It's inside the 10-yard line.
Come on, guys. Do not take your time. Keep your foot on it. Sorry
about that. Looks like they're spotting the ball at around the 7. So 1st and goal at the 7. 1:26 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. You need this one in.
Yeah, Big Mo has definitely made a big change, and they got to be able to ride its back.
First time tonight we've seen them in an I formation. Hill is the deep back, and it will be Hill. Hill's going to cut back. Hill's going to spin in. Hill is going to be stopped at around the 2-yard line. Good run there by Ladarius Hill.
Yeah, he's a good slash and runner, Brandon.
2nd down and goal. They're going to spot him down at the 4-yard line. They'll say his knee fell at the 4. 2nd and 4, 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line. 45 seconds and counting in the 3rd quarter. Let's get this one punched in before the end of the 3rd. Again, they'll go I formation. Artmore calling his own number. Scoots in. Is there a confirmation? Not yet. Looks like he's down and around the 1. So it's a 3rd down and goal coming up.
Get back up to that line.
Clock running at 26 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter.
Get back up that line.
Trying to get person down. They had to waste a timeout. They had 12 men on the field. Had to waste the timeout. We'll take it with them. 19 seconds to go in the 3rd. Monarchs threatening, but still trailing 20-0. Cool Sports Net will be right back by the Broncos. It is a 3rd down and goal at the 1-yard line.
Not trying to put the cart before the horse, but you get this score, Brandon. And with that vicious hit on the quarterback, the Broncos are going to be without their starting quarterback on this next kickoff with the Monarchs at this score. I'm being positive here.
2 men in the backfield with Artmore. Artmore zips in. Artmore spins in. Does he get in? Confirmation. Touchdown.
There
That's
we
what
go.
you needed.
Give me 5 for the first time tonight.
That is what you needed. 1-yard run by Rodney Artmore makes it 20-6. They will go for 2 here. So maybe, just maybe, that hit is the wake-up call that the Monarchs have been longing for. Oh, looks like they're attempting an extra point. Yep, they are. Yep, they're going to attempt it. Yep, 2 kickers on the roster. Don't have Zaragoza. See who that is at number 29. We have him in, but it's Hill as the holder.
Make it tried and true, guys.
High snap. Kick is partially blocked. And it's going to be returned by the Broncos. And they've got a convoy in front of it. This is a foot race to the end zone that is finally going to be stopped just short. Woo!
That would have been a 2-point play.
Yes. The extra point was blocked. It was scooped up in the air by Calvin Johnson, and Johnson made one heck of an effort, but fell about 7 or 8 yards short of it. But it's new life for the Monarchs as they trail 20-6 now with 15 seconds to go in the third quarter. Coon Sports Net will be right back. For the first time tonight, you can say touchdown Monarchs. They didn't get the extra point, but it's now a 2-score game. Zaragoza set the kick, and he's going to pooch this one. That is going to angle out of bounds. Oh, man, huge hit on special teams. Ooh. Oh, my word. Number 45. Number 45 for the Broncos. And that looks like, they pulled down the roster. Looks like number 45, Brandon Lee. Lee leveled one up the Monarchs up in and knelt them on the sideline.
Now, the story up to this moment is who's the quarterback going to be?
Yep, actually, it's going to be Williams. He's back.
He is back.
Give him credit. He took a wicked shot. Was on the field, on the ground momentarily. Needed some help to get back up, but he is back. If anything, this kid's tough. 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. 15 seconds to go, third quarter. A bit of life now for the Monarchs as they trailed 20-6.
Defense needs to continue that assault.
Yes. Waiting for the officials to get everything straightened out. Looks like the umpire is talking to the coaches over at the sidelines for the Broncos.
Let's take a quick time out.
There you go. After all the hullabaloo between both sidelines, we now return to football. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Could be the last play of the third quarter. McCoy down to the backfield with Williams. You might see a more run-heavy aspect for the Broncos. Williams starting to change the play up as he sees the Monarchs showing blitz. Gets it. Back to throw. Quick hitter. Ball is going to be caught. And he is going to get about maybe 5 yards on that play. Catch made by number 2, Michael Washington, and that will be the last play of the third quarter. Need 4s up if you're the Monarchs. You got 1 down, but you need 2 more to go to even it up and 3 to take this baby home. Plenty of time left, 15 minutes to go. It is the Texas Broncos 20, Galveston County Monarchs 6. Starting the fourth quarter, Brandon Williams, Mike Lockwood at Carlos Garza Sports Complex in Texas City. Monarchs need some big plays and then some as they trail 20-6. 2nd and 5 for the Broncos. Back to throw. Williams throws. Ball is going to be incomplete. He threw a quick dart in the direction of number 6, Jamarco Johnson. Ball just one hopped it, and Johnson not able to reel it in. 3rd and 5 coming up. You get a stop here.
No, this is 4th.
Oh, they're saying no. It's 3rd and 5.
All right. Well, the down marker's got 4th down.
Yeah, it should be 3rd and 5.
All right.
Shoot the situation out. Don't see Muse in, so I think it's a 3rd down. Yeah, it is 3rd down. Yeah,
there we go.
So 3rd down and 5 coming up. McCoy in the backfield. He has been a difference maker tonight. Number 22. We'll see if he gets involved in this one. Williams back, has pressure. Ball is going to be caught, and it's going to be close to a first down and a late flag.
Is that a block in the back? Maybe
I think that was a block in the back, and if that's the case, that is really going to hurt the Broncos.
Now, do you take the penalty or do you decline?
I think you take the penalty because it's going to be tempting to them to attempt the 4th down, the conversion on a 4th and 2. Yeah, you'll take that. You'll push them back. 4th and 2 and the punter averaging 2.5 yards a kick. You're probably going to take your chances on your offense. Personnel change. So the issue is, nope, they're going to keep the offense in. Now there's a discussion. We'll go ahead and take a quick timeout and let them figure things out. Coug Sports Net will be right back.
All right. Oh, okay. Now, okay. Yeah. It was way back here.
Yeah, it's 4th down and 3.
But they're still going to go ahead and punt.
Yeah, they'll punt. Looks like they got a new punter in. Instead of Muse, it's number 1, Brandon Thomas. Heel is lined up and around his own 24. Someone moved, and that's going to assure the possibilities of a fake punt will not be happening. Somebody jumped. Is it the Monarchs? Oh, if that's the case, that is going to hurt.
Oh, no. Are you kidding me?
You can't be joking. Surely you jest. You're not jesting. You're not laughing. You gave up on a 4th and 4. You gave up the false on the illegal movement. You give them 5, and an offense comes back on the field. You see the owner, TC, is livid, and he's got every reason to be. This team, which we have seen most of the season, just clicking on all cylinders, has done anything but tonight. 5 turnovers, a ton of penalties, a host of missed opportunities. So now the Monarchs defense still on the field.
I mean, Broncos.
Broncos are still on the field. High snap, Williams trying to avoid the rush. He's going to call his own number, and it'll be stopped at around midfield. So the gain of about 2 at a late flag. Holding offense 10 yards. When we look back on this game, I'm going to be curious to see the longest stretch in which there was not a penalty. I guarantee you'll be less than 7 plays.
Well, there's been at least 1 or 2 in every series.
Yes. Yeah, in the first quarter it seemed, a little strange, but the penalties have really been tacking up since on both sides.
And there hadn't been any 3 down and outs.
Oh, no. No, it hasn't been. So you push yourself back to the 42-yard line. We'll make it a first down and 20. The 37-yard line. We'll make it a first down and 20. Washington in the backfield with Williams. We'll say first and 19, a spot foul. Williams back, has pressure, throws, ball is, oh my gosh. Great play by Terrence Blaine to get his paw in there.
Yep.
Because if he doesn't, Jamal Jackson has a lot of real estate to run in. So second down coming up. They will need the 42 of the Monarchs for the first down.
One thing for sure, the Broncos are not just being content with their lead.
No, they realize the potential of the Monarchs. They realize that they can strike quick. Ball is going to be caught. Completion is to number 6, Johnson, but he stumbled as he gained possession of the football, so minimal gain on that play. We'll make still a 3rd down and long. Spots the ball at the 43-yard line. So make it a 3rd down and 16. Ball at the 38-yard line. Shotgun. Williams back.
Get him.
Fades the rush. Still looking, finally sacked. Pressure brought in. And a good effort by Terrence Blaine. Blaine flushed him out. It allowed his teammates to help finish the job, but that was a Terrence Blaine effort right there. You needed something for your tape reel. There's one, big man.
Yep.
4th and 20 coming up.
Boy, and a key play in that particular drive right there. That stand was that incomplete pass.
Yes, the play that Blaine
that
made with the deflection. Pattern. Yes, because if he doesn't make that play, they're either deep in Monarch territory or it's 26-6 with a point after coming.
Yep.
New punter in. We'll see how he's doing. Looks like number 7. No, actually number 1. Thomason. He will get that ball. He just got that one off. That's going to take a bit of a Monarch bounce. It is going to be picked up and fumbled, but goes out of bounds. Oh, brother. Darian Batiste, remember him as a solid punt returner in his days at Lamarck.
Yep.
He took the bounce, got a few yards, but the ball sprung loose, and fortunately for the Monarchs, that ball went out of bounds.
Yeah, I tell you, that could have been one of those moments again.
Good field position for Galveston County. Still plenty of time with 11:10 to go.
You know, he was trying to make something happen.
Yeah, you can't blame him.
Trying to be able to that, if that ball would have bounced just a little bit higher, he could have got in his grasp.
Yes.
Who knows what would have happened?
Should not fault the effort on that one. So 1st and 10 coming up. Art Moore in a shotgun set. He's got Hill in the backfield with him. Let's get the big man involved. Handoff is going to be to Hill as he will try to turn the corner. Stumbling, still got some yardage out of it. He gets the ball to around the 44-yard line. So he got 4 yards out of that one. Make it 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, that was from him lunging.
Yes. Good effort there.
He was about 6 inches off the ground and stayed horizontal for about 4 yards.
Still give the Broncos credit. Their defense has done a good job at limiting Hill and his big playability. They go to a I formation and false start. Just yet another penalty. And every time you start to feel good about a Monarchs drive, they do something that just breaks your heart.
I'd like to see the referee's book on how many penalties is in this ball game.
Yeah.
A lot of them will be able to keep it up with 1 page, 2 pages. This thing is probably a book.
Yes. And a lengthy one as well. You can get it on Amazon.com starting Monday. 2nd and long. Back to throw, and that ball's incomplete. Artmore had pressure and threw it behind Harper. So 3rd down and 11 coming up for Galveston County with 10:14 to go. It's an interesting question that if you don't convert here, do you try to punt and perhaps pin them deep and roll the dice? Or do you just simply roll on it on 4th down? Either way, you're going to have to make a call.
Well, I think the offense has got to stay on the field,
Yes,
Brandon.
I would agree. Totally agree on that, but it's an option. Artmore back, has pressure, still in the pocket, still running, trying to turn the corner, looking for something, throws, ball is caught! Ball is caught!
Yep.
The Darius Hill with the reception. Oh, my baby Uncle Mo. is starting to change his mind and decides to put on some green and black.
There you go.
You're wondering where your game maker was going to be, and there he was. Artmore, give him credit. He bought plenty of time and made the play on that one. And right now, the Broncos need a bit of a breather. We'll take it with them. 9:34 to go. Buckle up. 20-6, but the Monarchs are driving. Sports Net will be right back. Second time tonight.
Instant replay.
Instant replay makes a difference, and for the second time tonight, it favors the Monarchs. Hill is credited with the reception. The chains move, and it's a 1st and 10 for Galveston County at the 35 of the Broncos with 9:34 to go. You strike this puppy in here right now, and suddenly the complexion of this game changes. Artmore, back, pump fakes, goes up, looking long, looking, intercepted. Intercepted, that ball is still, all they're going to say is down.
Darn.
But nonetheless, the 6th turnover of the night. Man alive. Seems like every time you think you're out of that storm and you see some light, those waves come right back in. Still some time, but the margin of error is gone, long gone. We put it in there deep looking for Harper, but had double coverage.
Yep.
Interception was made.
Man, and every offensive series on the Monarch side is so crucial, Brandon.
Yes. Looked like Brandon Thomas, number 1, will be credited for the pick, and he is. He gets the pick, and it's going to spot the ball at the 20-yard line with the touchback. 9 minutes, 17 seconds to go. It's 20-6. In a game in which the Monarchs have done everything they could to try to end their season. 6 turnovers on the night and a bushel of penalties that just caused the Monarchs to just be completely off their game. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Williams has Washington in the backfield with him. It'll be a handoff to Washington, and Washington's going to bang for it for a 1st down. As the big back is going to bang for about 10 yards, and it'll move the chains.
Boy, he's had some big runs in opportune times for the Broncos.
Yes. It looks like the Broncos are just going to let that big, massive offensive line handle business. And you got big 54 back in there.
Woo. Yeah, they gave him a little bit of a breather, but...
Yeah, you got the elephant back in.
Yes, sir.
That line looks like they go about a half a ton easy. 1st and 10. They'll go into a shotgun set. McCoy is now in the backfield with Williams. Gets the low snap, drops back, swing pass. It's going to be caught. Not much on the reception. It was number 2, Michael Washington, on the catch. He has one of the 3 touchdowns tonight. Williams has thrown 2. McCoy ran in for a 3rd. Not much on the play. They'll give him a yard, so 2nd down and 9. Actually, they'll spot him at the 32 officially, so 2nd down and 8 coming up. Handoff is going to be to McCoy. McCoy's got room. He's got 1st down and a little bit more.
Oh!
He took a wicked shot at the end from Joseph McDonald, but not before he ground for 13 yards and a 1st down.
Yeah, we just can't allow that to continue to happen, Brandon.
McCoy, every time he touches that ball, he makes magic happen. He'll take a bit of a breather. Took a huge shot from Joseph McDonald.
Yeah, that was that's the kind that your teeth start getting loose.
Exactly. He'll move the chains, and the clock now 7:34 and counting. Now some frustration coming up, and it'll be a timeout for the Monarchs. We'll take it with them. After the timeout, we'll be right back. By the Monarchs, 7:31 to go. 1st and 10 for the Broncos. Ball at their own 45-yard line, and owners of a 13-point lead. Handoff is going to be to Washington. Tried to strip him loose, but not successful on that one, as he will gain 5 yards. It's all about ball control at this point. It's all about ball control at this point. You got to hope that something happens that allows the Monarchs to get back on that field in a two-score situation. 2nd down and 5 at midfield. Broncos stack up. Ball is going to be caught. Screenplay works well, and it's going to be enough for a first down.
They've been using that play pretty consistently throughout the night, Brandon.
Yes.
And it's been pretty successful as well.
It has worked very well for them throughout the evening. Catch made by number 11, Jacoby Shenevert.
Monarchs still shuffling in defensive players.
Clock continues to run as we approach 6 minutes and 30 seconds.
Still a doable deal, but you got to stop
them. Get the ball back.
Got to get the ball back, and you got to score in a hurry.
Got 2 timeouts left, and the Broncos are content to let that clock run down as long as possible. McCoy now in the backfield. Certainly have the key on him. Williams will hand it off to McCoy. McCoy's going to shuffle past one defender. He will lurch forward. Gains about 2, maybe 3 on that play. Clock continuing to run at 5:52 in the fourth quarter. It was Raydon Alexander, number 22, making the tackle. So 2nd down and 6 coming up. Ball at the 38-yard line of the Monarchs. McCoy in the backfield with Williams. Let's go with their base 4-wide set. Gets the snap, drops back, steps, throws. That ball is going to be incomplete. Was looking in the direction of number 2, Michael Washington.
You know, when the referee was up here watching that second instant replay we had for that catch for the Monarchs, remember I asked him, I said, how many penalties? He looked at me, I have no idea. They had no idea how many penalties.
Yeah, at some point you stopped counting.
Yeah, I mean, it just, and it started from the first series almost and hadn't stopped since.
3rd down and 6. Incompletion did stop the clock. Handoff is going to be to Fontenot, and Fontenot's got a first down. He will go out of bounds. Looks like, he looks like he does and have a first down. We'll move the chains again.
Boy, Brandon, I tell you, I hate to say it, but this is almost like a game-winning drive here.
Yeah, this is championship rounds, and the Broncos are starting to play like champions. At this point, they're really doing a great job of rotating their backs, be it Fontenot, be it Washington, be it McCoy. Behind that big offensive line, when they have focused on running the ball, they have imposed their will on the number 1 defense here in the state. 4:15 remaining. Still 2 timeouts for the Monarchs. Williams back, steps up, throws downfield, throws a dart. That ball is incomplete. Washington could have had the coup de grace. He'd been able to hold on to it, but just was unable to reel that one in. Had coverage there by McDonald and Billingsley. Only good news for the Monarchs is that it does stop the clock with 4:03 left. Down 2 scores and a clock winding down. You still don't have the football yet. They have done a good job of using the clock after getting their sixth turnover of the night. 6 miscues by Galveston County.
Yeah, the old cliche, you don't win too many ball games with that many turnovers.
No. It's next to improbable when we've got a timeout. And actually, it's going to be a delayed game. They'll be content with taking that, though. Again, the big thing is that it's going to keep that Monarchs defense on the field. And that is really their goal. It's just to continue eating as much clock as possible. McCoy now back in the backfield with Williams. 2nd down and 15. They'll go at their big ground pounder, and it will be McCoy. McCoy's going to run forward. Gets close to the original line of scrimmage.
You see the Monarchs there trying to strip that ball, trying to do anything they can to be able to get that ball back to the offense.
Ball at the 30-yard line now. So 3rd down and 10 coming up. 3:42 and counting. You're the Monarchs. You get a stop here on 3rd down. You might want to consider using a timeout and try to preserve some clock because they'll go 4 downs here. Clock running down, 3:27. And it is going to take some divine intervention by the football gods to get the Monarchs off of this mountain.
Probably going to have a delay of game again here.
Probably so, and I think that they'll be content with doing so. Williams drops back, avoids one man, pumps once, goes downfield, looking, good deflection there by Terrell Harper.
Thought maybe he was going to try to attempt to make an interception.
And another late flag. Dead ball, personal foul, and that is against the Broncos.
Stops the clock, moves them back 15.
So it'll be 4th down and 27 coming up with 3:03 left.
Now you just run a play, or do you
punt. I would think you just punt the ball and try to see how deep you can pin them.
Well, or, okay, I can see that reasoning. Yeah. But if you have it blocked.
Oh, there's the risk.
Yeah.
There's the risk that you run. It could get blocked, and nothing good will come of that. I think that maybe they do maybe they pooch it, who knows. But nonetheless, it's going to push them back to the 46-yard line. Again, 3 minutes, 3 seconds left. Monarchs trail 20-6. They have done a good job of keeping the Broncos at bay. Gave up the touchdown in the opening drive in the 3rd quarter, but they've been solid since. It's just really been a case of the offense. 4th down and 29 coming up here. Williams will pooch it, and he gets a nice punt. It's a real good punt. Will it bounce? Oh, just got in the end zone for a touchback.
Well, that's good.
Oh, man. Just got in there because one of the up guys for the Broncos had an opportunity to down that ball inside the 5.
2:53, Brandon.
2:53. It can be done. You just got to get the ball in the end zone first.
And as strange as this game has been in a number of different ways,
you can't count it out.
We still got,
You can't count it out at this point. No, that's probably not the song you need to be saying. There's still plenty of time. Oh, not the song you want. The football gods are not happy.
They're just warming up, I guess.
They are.
Can't blame them.
They deserve to. Their Broncos have done an outstanding job tonight. Artmore is alone in the backfield. He's got 5 receivers lined up. Pressure coming. Artmore's got some room. Artmore to the 25. He'll get to the 30. He'll get a 1st down. Saw the hole open up. Took advantage of it. Gains 10 on the play. Clock running at 2:39 and counting. Got to get some hustle, guys. Got to get some hustle. Now you've got the umpire that's uncertain as to what to do with the football. Now if he finally pins it down, clock running at 2:34. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Artmore back, has pressure. Looking downfield. Ball is going to be incomplete. Was looking in the direction of Hill. Also had Wells in there as well.
Speaking of Hill, didn't call his name much tonight, Brandon.
No. And I think that's been one of the biggest differences of the night. Is that, explosive as Thaddeus Hill has been all season long. He only had 4, maybe 5 touches on the evening. And when you've got a player that explosive, not getting the ball as often as he has been, it does take away from your offensive capabilities. But at the same time, give the Broncos credit for keying on him and having multiple jerseys around him anytime he touched the ball.
That's true.
2:24 and counting. Artmore back, has pressure, steps up, throws, and ball's going incomplete. Billingsley with the catch on a late flag because we just got thrown. Billingsley with the drop, and it's one of those plays that just kind of sums up the night. And with the flag on top, too.
Hit on a defenseless receiver.
Let's see what the call is going to be. If it is, it's yet another personal foul. Yeah, looking at their reactions, yeah, the Broncos are going to get hit with a foul. They are pleading their case, but looks like it's going to be pass interference or legal contact. No, personal foul.
Yep, hit on a defenseless player. Exactly. I read his lips there.
Yeah, that's got to be at least a 10th. You know, we're in double digits with personal foul penalties.
Oh, good Lord, yes.
Yeah, I'm sure that when you get everything taped up and ready to go, I'm sure that counting the penalties would be an interesting thing to do. First and 10 at their own 48-yard line, 2:19 to go. Still some time, but you got to start now.
Boy, that looked like
offsides.
offsides.
Evades the rush. Looking. Arches it downfield. That ball is caught. Caught by Hill. It's a catch. The officials are saying, they're saying incomplete. Since there's really no limit on number of replays, you think we can come back up here again?
Well, we're popular tonight, huh?
I know. I'm guessing at this point in time, they're not going to plead their case.
Twice as popular as what we were before the game started, huh?
I know.
All right. Yeah, that was kind of questionable there. So I'm not going to ask them to come up here.
So 2nd and 10 with 2:09 remaining. Broncos up 14. Artmore back, steps up, throws, zips the ball downfield, intercepted, and that should do it.
Pretty much.
That should put the capper on tonight.
Yep. What's that, 3rd interception?
Yep. 4th. Reginald LaSalle, number 12, is going to give the Broncos the final icing on the cake with 2 minutes to go. Yeah, those fans that were singing na 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 na, I think you can at this point.
Yep.
As the reality is beginning to set in. But the Monarchs season is 120 seconds away from coming to an end.
Just goes to show you, it's real difficult to be back-to-back champions.
It is. It is a tremendous effort to get to this point by the Monarchs, and despite how this goes, you certainly don't want to cheapen what has been a very successful season. They've accomplished a lot.
We've seen this organization grow over the last 3 years as well, Brandon. Makes you proud to be able to cover them.
Yes.
Makes you proud to see the dedication these young men put into practice week in and week out.
Mm-hmm.
TC, he just keeps turning the screws and keeps refining the machine. Yeah,
so much energy.
Nothing to hang your head about.
Nothing at all.
This organization is still going to continue to be strong and continue to grow.
Definitely. They'll go all out and trying to stop him, and they do get the stop on Washington. Clock running at 1:55. They do have 2 timeouts left, so I'm curious to see as to whether or not they'll use them or whether or not they're just going to concede it. Clock continuing to run, and the Broncos have no reason to get up to the line of scrimmage anytime soon. But you're right. TC has done an amazing job. You think about where this program was a couple of years ago. There was a lot of turmoil within the team, even though it was successful. TC did a tremendous job of weeding out the guys who weren't committed.
Yep.
Found the ball players that were, and has put together one of the best organizations in the semi-pro football. Another flag goes down.
Yeah, why not?
Exactly. We'll stop play and another late foul, so we're probably going to get another unsportsmanlike conduct. One of the Broncos is hot. Number 6, Jamarco Johnson. Something has riled him up. 1 minute, 5 seconds to go. All this is going to do is just push it back. Oh, the thing is, talking with Coach Jackson before the ball game, and looks like we'll take a timeout. We'll take it with them. Coug Sports Net will be right back. The officials finally had enough.
Yeah.
2 players ejected, 1 on each side. As the final 54 seconds will run down. Like I was saying before the break, this team has a lot to look forward to. I talked with Coach Jackson before the game. He talked about how they've got some fresh young talent coming in next season, and that he was pretty excited about seeing. I mean, you got some new faces that weren't used much this season. Now they've got a year under their belt as Williams is going to turn forward. Williams has got a first down, and Williams will just slide down and keep the clock running. 23 seconds left, and this is probably the final play of the game.
That's it.
And a holding call.
Oh, no, he stops the clock.
Yes. Woo, man.
Let it roll. Well, I said it a while ago, the final play of the game might be a flag.
Yeah.
Yep, well, there you go.
Unbelievable. Just really a bizarre night for the Monarchs, a team that offensively on most nights are about as crisp as you'll see. Lots of explosion, a lot of production, but tonight 7 turnovers, my word.
Yeah.
You can't overcome that.
Nope.
Doesn't matter how good your defense is. You put the ball on the ground or give it to your opponent 7 times.
Unfortunately, they did not have their aim game tonight,
no.
Brandon.
And it is a done deal officially as the Galveston County Monarchs run to another championship comes to an end with the final scores, the Texas Broncos 20, Monarchs 6. So our season ends, and we'll take a brief hiatus, but before you know it, August is going to come along, and we are going to see you on August, celebrate it, we're going to see you again on August 25th for the regular season opener for your Lamarck Cougars.
Oh, imagine that. I wonder where the name Coug Sportsnet came from.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, we'll be entering what, our 14th year?
Our 13th season together.
There you go.
Yes, our 13th season.
Yep.
The Cougars will be opening against Houston Sterling. New faces. We're in a new district, new classification.
A lot of the boys playing on this team tonight here.
Oh, yes.
Our former Lamarck Cougars.
Guys, yes.
Sir.
Yes, indeed. Cornelius Preston, Joseph McDonald among them. But that new batch of Cougars, it's exciting because we're going to see a lot of new faces this season. You got some familiar guys, Marlon Ford, your all-state linebacker, DeMarco Guidry. You're going to get a chance to see him run angry early and often all season long, but new faces across the board, and that's one reason to be excited.
Well, let's finish up, Brandon, by saying that I'm proud to be part of this organization here. That TC said he really enjoys us coming up here. I feel pretty doggone. I don't know.
You got to feel good because of the fact you got involved tonight.
Yeah, we really got involved tonight. So
we may have started something.
It's very possible. And then who knows? We might be the first one to be able to break that barrier of instant replay and semi-pro football. But
exactly.
TC, our hats are off to you, buddy.
Yes.
Monarchs, our hats are off to you guys. You guys fought. Y'all never gave up. I mean, when you're down 20 points down, we still had hope. And when you scored on that one drive right there, man, everybody, the chatter started coming up. We just still figured y'all were going to pull it out, but it was not your night. That's okay. Man, hold your head up, guys, because I tell you, y'all have come a long way in the 3 years we've been following you.
Yes, I totally agree. I am very, very proud to be a part of this organization. Very proud to work with these young men and women who make this program, this operation work. Thrilled to see these guys and the camaraderie after all the hard play and competition. It's all about playing. It's all about being together. And this semi-pro football world is a pretty interesting one, but it's a great family and it's a great bond, and we are proud to be a part of it, and we look forward to being a part of that next journey come 2017.
Brandon, I want to say one thing. I'm a product of the 60s, and a great athlete passed away last weekend, Muhammad Ali. To me, he was the greatest. He personified human rights. He personified standing up and standing up for what you believe in. Hung in there. He was the people's champion. And I tell you, if a lot of young people, athletes, can mimic what he stood for in those days, we're going to have a lot of wonderful athletes in the future to come.
Definitely. And another giant in sports passed away too. Not as big as Ali as far as the world scene, but Gordie Howe left his mark.
Yep.
You know, my first experience in sports actually
Mr.
comes
Hockey.
through hockey with the old Houston Arrows and WHJ in the mid-'70s. You know, I used to, be a little bit of a troublemaker when I was a kid, but my grandmother, God bless her soul, flipped on hockey one day, found that it kept my interest. And, Gordie Howe, Mr. Hockey himself, salute him and for the contributions he brought to sports. And he's a guy that hard play and that hard effort, going at it every night. That's something that you want to see in those young men too. Now, granted, hockey's not the biggest thing down here, but the fact of the matter is that the way he played and the way he was dedicated to the game is something that any and all athletes can carry with them.
Don't forget.
Wrap it up, Brent.
All right.
The voice of Jerry Trupiano.
All right.
Jerry Trupiano, indeed. Great friend of mine, too. So that's a big loss as well. So, from Carlos Garza. Yep, in the 2016 season, Carlos Garza, thank you very much for letting us be a part of it. As the final score tonight, not the one you want, as the Broncos win 20-6. Over the Galveston County Monarchs. Brandon Williams, Mike Lockwood, Donnie Simpson coming in to join us. Donnie Caldwell, coming in to join us. So next time you'll see us, August 25th. Look forward to doing it. Good night. We'll see you then.